Hello everyone, in this lesson we are going to learn how to factorize trinomials. You write factors of this and this underneath them. Factors of this x times x. But for this one I don't have just one pair of factor of positive 4. One of them is that 4 times 1. One of them is negative 4 times negative 1. 2 times 2. Negative 2 times negative 2. I'm going to choose one of them which is suitable for this one. My second rule is this: when you cross multiply then add them up, it must give middle number. Which one is suitable? This one. 4 1. X times 1 is x plus 4 times x 4x. Add them up 5x, which is my middle number. After that you write correspondingly. That will give you x plus 4 times x plus 1. Please don't confuse. You check cross, you write correspondingly. For some question it won't be important, but for some question it is very important. My rule is that you check cross, you write correspondingly. Right, no, like this, nothing else. Okay, so let's have a look at another example. The other example is that x square minus 5x minus 6. Again, factors of this x times x. For this one, again I have 6 times 1. I have 6 times negative 1. I have negative 3 times 2. I have 3 times negative 2. Which one is suitable? Cross multiply, add them up. I see that one is suitable. Negative 6, 1. So now correspondingly, that will give you x minus 6 times x plus 1. That is my final answer. Alright, so of course you don't need to write those factors for every question, because for some numbers it is going to be really hard to write there and choose from there. When you solve too many questions, when you practice too much about that topic, you will see your mind is going to bring it to you, those factors immediately by itself. You won't need to write those one for all questions, right? Okay, after this questions I won't write this one, and I will tell you which ones are suitable for the question. Okay, so now the next question is this: 6x squared plus 24x minus 30. For this one, when I think this one, factors of for 6x squared will be x 6 times 1, 3 times 2, negative 2. Too many, yeah, right? I don't need to even think about that. Why? Because I see them 6 is coming for all of them. 6 times 4, 6 times 5. I will take that 6 out to make much easier. When you take them up, remember from the beginning of factorization, you put one instead of the numbers or letters you took out. That will be 6 times 1 times x squared plus 1 times 4, 4x minus 1 times 5, 5. Okay, so now look, it is much easier. I'm going to just find factors of them and times 6. X. See, I told you I don't need to write factors of the number every time. The factors are going to be 5, negative 1. Because when you cross multiply, then add them up, must give you that middle number. Then write correspondingly. That will be 6 times x plus 5 times x negative 1. This is going to be your final answer. Okay, so let's have a look at another question. My other question is that negative x squared plus x plus 12. For this question I have two methods. One of them is that you write factors of this. One of them should be negative because x times x squared. One of them should be negative to get negative x squared. That's one, let's say. Now when I think cross multiply, add them up, factors of those from factors of the 12, suitable one is going to be 4 times 3. Pay attention there, please. You can't just write the 4, 3 like this. You must think now. When you cross multiply, there is negative sign. They are not the same. Cross multiply, add them up should be this. If you write there 4, you cross multiply, add them up, it's going to be negative x. That means you should not write 3 4, write 4 3. See, now after that you are going to write correspondingly. That will give you x, negative x plus 4 times x plus 3. Okay, this one is the first method. Don't forget this expression. Negative x plus 4 times x plus 3. I wrote there. Okay, so let me show you second method. Second method might be easier than this one for someone. We are going to take negative sign out. When you take negative sign out, the sign of all those terms are going to change. This will be positive x squared. This will be negative x. This will be negative 12. Now, I'm going to find factors of this and this. Think now, what can it be? I see someone is saying negative 4 and 3. That's right, because when you cross multiply, add them up, should be negative 1x. Okay, write correspondingly. That will give you negative x minus 4 times x plus 3. Okay, this expression and this expression are the same thing. How? When you take negative sign out of that negative x plus 4, it will be x minus 4 times x plus 3. See, this expression, this. I told you they are the same thing, right? It is up to you now whether to use first method or second method. Okay, because for someone first method is easier than second one. For someone second method is easier than first method. Now let me show you another question. Okay, so for example, if I have another question like that, which is 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. What I do? Factors of this 2x x. Factors of this negative 5 times 1. I will choose that one, but when I write, I should write there negative 5 and there 1, because when I cross multiply, add them up, I should get this one. So now I write correspondingly. That will give me 2x minus 5 times x plus 1. That will be my final answer. You see, if you don't use that rule, that check cross and write correspondingly, if you just write there randomly, you won't get this one. For example, if you write there 1 and negative 5, you will get 2x plus 1. Where is 2x plus 1? No. And times x minus 5. Where is x minus 5? No. See, that's why please don't confuse rules. You check cross multiply the place of them, then write correspondingly, which is like this. See, it is not too hard. Just don't confuse this part. Just don't confuse this part. Right? Okay. Let's have a look at another question. For example, if I have like this question, negative y, negative 6 plus y squared. When you have something like this question, you should reorder them. Means that you are going to write y squared in the beginning, then negative y, then negative 6. How? You write according to their power. Okay, so I see power of this one is y squared. Power of this one is 1. Power there is there y0. 6 times y0. y0 is 1. It's not written because it is 1. Now I will just factorize this. Y, this one will be negative 3 times 2. Y times y, negative 3 times 2. That will be correspondingly. Y negative 3 times y plus 2. Okay, that will be your final answer.